Good morning to you all. I bring greetings from Tamil Nadu Women's Collective. I'm just going to share the story of my own life, how I came into this collective and why we have formed this collective. When I came to Chennai for my studies, higher studies, to college, I came from a village and I studied in Tamil medium. And I was registered into Stella Maris College in Chennai. The difference was so big. First of all, about language. Second, the whole atmosphere and how the way the people were carrying themselves. So I found it very difficult to adjust to the whole thing. So the only thing which really gave a peace of mind for me is the NSS work in the college. So I joined the NSS work. I went to the slums in Chennai. For the first time in my life, I saw poverty. And it was really shocking. I was a very timid person. Today, I'm really heading such a big organization and doing so many work. All the credit goes to the women in the slum. Their life is a life of struggle. Day in and day out. Day in and day out, they fight. Every day, there is problem in their life. Seeing that, actually, I got myself empowered. The entire experience in the slums empowered me. And that is why I came to this field. I continued my work. And I was selected to go for a higher education by the British Commission. So I went to London to do gender development planning, which was useful. When I came back, I thought I should work with women. Looking around, I found that there's hardly any women anywhere. There are so many NGOs who are working around. There's hardly any women leadership among NGOs. So I thought I took it up as a challenge. And when I went through all those things, I found there is the same kind of problems even among this so-called institution as the non-governmental institution, not for profit, working for actually the downtrodden, the marginalized and all that. So 6 of us from various NGO came together and started today what is called as a collective. When we came together, our only idea was to strengthen ourselves to help the women out there in the society. So we equipped ourselves. We went for counseling. And incidentally, out of the 6 women who came together, 4 of us were single women. Either they are widowed, deserted by their husband, or they decided that they are not able to live with their partner, or women who decided to remain as spinsters. So the first thing which we focused was the problem of single women. Looking around, we saw that the ratio of single women was really high. Anyway, we started analyzing the problem of women. The whole issue as violating the right of women. Be it the new economic policy, which is violating the economic right of women, the caste issue, which is violating the social right of the women, whether it is female infanticide, feticide, all these things, the cultural right of the women, women's present in the political thing, violating the political right of the women. So we analyzed this as violating the right of the women, and so we started to work for right of the women. We started in few villages, and in the 16 years, we have covered nearly 1,500 villages. We are spread over 16 districts in Tamil Nadu, and it's a membership organization. We have crossed more than 100,000. Initially, we started working with women, and our whole goal was for social justice. And when we started working in the slums, we realized majority of the women are migrated from the nearby villages in search of employment. Even today, we find in the whole of India, 1/3 of the people are displaced. Either every year, either they go for short employment, interstate, intrastate. So that is the kind of situation even today. So how do we get these women back to the village? What is the way of getting these people back to the village? So there is a need to develop the village, need to develop the livelihood opportunity within the village. There is a need to save the natural resources in the village. So how do we save the natural resources? First of all, we should have control over the natural resources to save the natural resources. How can we have control? So when we started work in 1994, that was the time the new Panchayat Raj Act came. So we thought maybe women should have political power. So let's train women to have that political power at the Panchayat level so that we can actually they can actually control and protect the natural resources, make sure the natural resources are kept intact. So there is livelihood opportunity available. So the people who have moved to the cities will move back to the villages. So we equipped women, we equipped marginalized community people to contest in the elections. And Tamil Nadu has seen actually 3 elections, and next year we are going to have our 4th election. So in the last election in 2006, more than 2,000 women contested the election, and we had 400 women won the election, and today we have 78 women's collective representatives as Panchayat presidents who are doing wonderful work across the state. There is a difference in the way in these Panchayat president work and the others work. How do we actually enter the village? The one thing is we take up issues of violence, domestic violence, rape, marital violence, any of such things. We take up the issue. We are along with the community. We help them. We do counseling. We have a short stay home where we give, if there is a need that people come and stay there. Then if they need legal advice, we provide that. If there are people who have really mental problems, we work along with groups like Banyan. And this is how we get in touch with the base. And that is how the people become members, and then we continue our work. Having said that, having worked for these development of these natural resources across these villages, the first thing that we were challenged was about health of the women. When we were really looking into the type of food that women were taking at the village level, the whole issue of food security came. Then we had to work for food security at the household level and at the community level. That is when we started challenging the whole green revolution pattern of cultivation. The chemical fertilizers which are used, the chemical pesticides which are used, the need to move in for natural farming, the need to move in for spiritual farming. So slowly we started organizing the women farmers. When we say women farmers, you hardly find 1% of the women hold any landed property. Very hardly any women have got any land. So we identified women groups who can lease out land and do cultivation. So today we have more than 2,000 women farmers in our farming group, farming collective, who are involved in organic farming and producing food especially, not cash crops, so that it ensures the food security at their family level. When I say that they are producing food, there are so many changes happening in the society now. We have to take into consideration the whole climate change crisis that is right in front of us. The food crisis that we are facing today. Having taken into consideration and all these things, today we have moved into a millet farming. So today all our women are cultivating millet, which is much more nutritious than rice and wheat that we are eating, which doesn't need much water. It needs 1/100th of water that the rice and wheat requires. which is actually the answer to the climate crisis that we are having today. So we have our Farmers Association is growing very strongly, and what we have done is we have made a link with these Farmers Association with the rest of our members, so we don't go out for marketing. So we only make sure that our members get healthy food, that we make sure that there is food security in their household, and it's spread to their community. So slowly we are working towards that. To ensure that, we have also moved into other sectors. We have started organizing the children. Like, as I told you, we strongly believe unless we have the political power, we can't do anything at the village level. So in order to prepare the youth and the children for that, we have Children's Panchayat at the village level. Where the Children's Panchayat, the whole intention, because today's generation has learned lot of things. Already they have learned lot of things. We are in the process of making them to de-learn that and relearn new concept, which is really hectic. So what we are doing is, working with children and youth is fantastic. It's very easy. It is like writing on a plain slate, plain board. So we are going along with the children, and we are preparing these children for that panchayat. We don't know. Today, we have more than 20,000 children registered in our Children's Panchayat. We have Children's Panchayat presidents all over. We have federated them at the state level. We have our state level leader, who is a very, 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 very capable person. And these children, every year, they meet regularly. They have summer camps. They have a lot of things. And they have, they attend all the Gram Sabha meetings. They give petitions to their representatives, be their ward members, be their panchayat presidents, whatever needs. It may be their panchayat school compound wall. It may be a water facility which they needed. It may be the current problem they have during their examination. Whatever it is, they do that. We have even Children's Panchayat which have stopped the harvesting machine entering their village. So there are, each panchayat is in a different level, but this is our ultimate aim, is that we are preparing this generation to take up that. So we will really have democratized leaders in future who can really run a great show in future. So we prepare these children. We haven't left the elders out. Today, you know that we hear of lot of violence, but we have started working in 94 itself for female infanticide, feticide to elders death. Because in our villages, we have come across stories of killing the elders. And so we have organized the elders, and we are working for them. In order to strengthen the Grama Sabha, what we have is, we have a model Grama Sabha. In this model Grama Sabha, our Children's Panchayat members, our women's group members, our youth group members, and our elders come together. So every time before they have, suppose the next Gram Sabha meeting is on October 2nd, Gandhi Jayanti Day. So already this month, all the villages would have their Gram Sabha meeting, and they would work out what is the agenda that they have to take it across. So if there is an issue at the national level, then we inform the village. For example, when there was such a big thing was going around India about the BT brinjal, all the Grama Panchayat where we were working, all the Gram Sabha passed a resolution against BT brinjal and GM food, and we have sent it across to the Prime Minister and the Agriculture Minister and Jairam Ramesh, the Environment Minister. So this is how we work. So we take up the issue, and it goes into different levels, and then we give petitions and we do advocacy work. And this model Gram Sabha is the model that we actually want the Gram Sabha to be conducted. But in truth, in reality, it doesn't happen. In reality, the Gram Sabha meetings hardly takes place. The book goes around to the houses and they get signature. So we want this to happen in future. And so we want to bring in lot of amendments, and we are working from different directions to bring in that. Our only aim is that we will have a healthier, a stronger society in future. When the new generation comes up and takes up the leadership, that our society will be strong enough to actually accept that leadership. And one more thing which I have to mention here is the whole issue of corruption. Even from our children's panchayat, we have taken up, and we have taken up cases at the different level. I just wanted to narrate to you as how the children's panchayat work. The children's panchayat meets every Saturday. Any issue, if there are any children in the village who are not enrolled, the children's panchayats take care of that issue. If there are any children who drop out of school, then it is immediately informed. If there are any children who discontinue for any reason, that if they are being sent as child labor to a brick lane, or immediately this is informed and immediately the issue is taken up, and the family is provided support to make sure that the children continue in the education. And if there is sexual harassment, if there is rape, if there is other issues, everything the children, so from the children we are trying to bringing that issue so that we really have a healthier generation when we in the future. That is the 21st century that we are into today. We feel there are so many crises in front of us, so many challenges in front of us. But these challenges, the only answer is the future generation which is strong and which is healthier and which has a democratized mind. Thank you for listening to me.